Hi there, it's Cathy Cena with Tri-Cities Community TV, and we'd like to thank the library here right in Coquitlam for donating their space, as well as the land that we are seated on with the First Nations Coquitlam peoples. Today in the studio we have Rosey Manhas, the President of DPAC, School District 43, right here in our backyard, encompassing the Tri-Cities. Welcome to the program today, Rosey.
Thank you for having me.
We are going to talk about what's going on at DPAC, but before we get there, let's talk about your role as president and what you've been doing. The year just started, but I believe you're in your second year now?
My third.
Your third, okay, great. So tell us what you've been doing for almost 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I've been on DPAC for 5 years now.
Okay.
And president for the last 3.5. Mm-hmm. And my initiative was more inclusivity. Definitely when I started, I wanted to see our parents more engaged, mm-hmm. and I wanted to be there to advocate for them at the district level. So I've been working very hard to build a meaningful and good relationship with the district leadership team, mm-hmm. and the board. And I think I've done that. I think I've represented very well. And so now when parents have concerns that aren't dealt at the school level, they can come to us. And
right. And so besides the inclusivity, like what motivated you? Did you see that there was like a lack of inclusivity just on the outside, just as a mom, because you started as a parent first.
Absolutely.
You didn't just jump right in.
No.
So did you see that there was something missing, and this is why you sort of made this your purpose now?
No, you know, it's funny. The story goes kind of a little back to when I became PAC chair at Smiling Creek. Mm-hmm. I was never intending on doing that.
Right.
My principal asked at the time, and he said, I think you'd be really good as a PAC chair. And I said, I don't really know much about PAC at this time. My son was only in grade 1.
Right.
And lo and behold, I took on the role and did that for 2 years. Mm-hmm. In my first year, I met the previous DPAC president, who said, you need to come to DPAC.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know enough about DPAC yet.
Yeah.
I'm in my role here and we'll go from there. Mm-hmm. And then the following year I thought, you know what, maybe it is my time. Maybe I should see what I can do at that level. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I joined DPAC 5 years ago and haven't left. It's been very rewarding, challenging at times, mm-hmm. but yeah, education is important to me. I want to see all of the students everywhere thrive. So not just my own kids at my school or their school, but actually all kids.
Well, I think you take on a much larger role now. It'd be selfish
Absolutely.
Just to only think of your own. Like it's now, you know, how many kids are in the school district?
34,000.
Yeah, it's so large.
Yes.
And you're hoping that, you know, what you're doing is making an impact, you know, even if it's this big.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you collaborate with the school district and to address parents' concerns?
Sure. So there's different levels. So there's the PACs, which are the school level, mm-hmm, for every mm-hmm. school has their own PAC.
Right.
And then district PAC actually is the bridge between the PACs and then the district.
Right.
So we're the ones that advocate for the parents when they can't advocate for themselves or they don't feel comfortable doing so. Mm-hmm. If it's a larger issue at multiple schools, then I can take that to the district and sit down with the appropriate person, let them know what's happening, mm-hmm. and try to get some resolution.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you feel that you're being heard in these different
absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I had to build that relationship.
Yes.
It takes time.
Yes, exactly.
But now I do. I feel like I can knock on that door or call and they'll answer and they'll say, how can we help you?
Mm-hmm, good. And how are you ensuring, and maybe this is a duplicate question, that, you know, parents' engagement and their voices are being heard? Is it just by what you basically said, or is a little bit more to it?
Definitely more to it. Parents' engagement is huge. It's critical. So we can only help those that want to come out and let us know that there's things happening. So we have a meeting once a month, which is our general meeting, and we invite all the DPAC reps from each PAC. So there's 70 schools, so we usually have 70 to 80 people, depending on if everyone shows up or not. And we have an executive team at DPAC consisting of 7 this year, and an administrative assistant. And so our job is to not only help the PACs have their parent engagement, because they sometimes struggle to have parent volunteers, but to also try to inspire parents to come to the DPAC level and make a change there. We actually went from 12 executive members to 8 this past year.
Okay.
Parents are busy, everyone,
Yeah,
it's hectic, right?
I can't imagine. I was PAC chair for 9 years at my children's school when they were in high school. So that was a lot. And there's also like DPAC for the youth. You know, there's that level, which is like your level, but the kids' level, right? They're doing their own sort of student DPAC things and such, right?
Student Leadership Council.
That's right.
Yeah.
What are some of the notable programs that maybe you'd like to mention and that you guys have been working on?
Yeah, well, DPAC, again, we advocate for our parents, we educate, so we like to, I like to always ask parents what they want to hear. I don't want no one showing up to our meetings. I want it to be something that they'll listen to and that they want to actually understand and learn about. So most recently, we just had a meeting with regards to My Ed. So that's the new portal.
Right.
Kind of new.
Like MYED.
Yes, that's right. So that's the one for obtaining report cards now. And a lot of parents are struggling.
Okay.
And so we just had Veronica Farnell come in, and she actually did a great presentation on how to go through it step by step so that parents hopefully can understand that and that process. When different policies change in the district, it can be very hard. We have a lot of students that are immigrants, and so there's a struggle with English as a second language as well.
Yes.
And so it's important to make sure, one of the things that I did as president was make sure that our website was revamped, and we now can change it so that you can actually convert it to, I think there's up to 32 languages on our website. So when we put up information on there, and we like to share links with different organizations that have topics they'd like to share.
Right.
We're very hard on mental health, and we want to make sure that all parents and students have access to any information that they're looking for on mental health as well.
So what are some of the challenges that you're facing at SD43? Are you able to share?
I mean,
not necessarily personally, but maybe just as a whole district.
Sure. I have to say that I think our district is doing a phenomenal job. As part of being DPAC president, I get to go to what's called the DPAC Summit through the BCC PAC, and attending those has shown me that across the province, we are a very fortunate district.
Right.
Having said that, I would say that the biggest challenge right now is Hazel Trambath and getting that back up for our students and parents.
Of course, yeah. Just got goosebumps just thinking back to that now, just
when
that devastation happening
Absolutely.
and the mayor reaching out and putting out a public acknowledgement and things. It will be rebuilt. And, what do you think?
I mean, it's a process. I didn't realize the behind the scenes of what happens, and that's why going to the board meetings and listening to that side is very important, because there's always so many different facets to a situation. Parents want that school to be built tomorrow. I get it. If that was my school, I'd feel the same way. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, and the ministry puts up barriers that the district has to deal with.
Yes.
It is happening. They are in the process of doing what they can. The fact that they were able to find a location and have the kids
I know, that was amazing. That worked very fast. Yes.
5 days.
I know.
Right?
I know. That was incredible. Absolutely. What are some of the DPAC goals that you have for this coming year?
Honestly, again, parent engagement is huge. Education, we just want to make sure that parents are informed of all the things, and then advocate for them. It's a huge problem if parents don't feel safe. And so there's only a certain amount that they can do at the PAC level, and then they'll come to us. And even just within PACs. So within PACs, there's been some struggles. There can be personality conflicts and such. And so I've actually gone to help PACs run their election because they don't know how to run it correctly. There's a lot of things just on that level, let alone parents and having issues with the school and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked a little bit about it a moment ago, but what roles do students play in this whole gamut of meetings and DPAC and all of these acronyms and what they all mean? So where's the student in this?
Yeah, actually our district is very good at hearing the student voice. And part of DPAC for us as the executive team is that we attend district committees. And so SLC is the Student Leadership Council. And they are a group of students who are in our district that want to be a part of these. So they actually are part of our committees. So the committees that the district have, they have certain ones, like I'm on the Student Achievement Advisory Committee. There are French advisory committees. There are tech ed committees. And these students give that perspective. We as parents get to give our perspective. There are principals and vice principals on there giving their perspective, and then the district leadership team. So it's a nice variety to have.
Right,
everyone.
and then you have the youth voice on all these different committees,
Yes.
and they also have, you know, your voices, so they can hopefully see your perspectives.
That's
And
right.
you can also like make sure that they're being heard and that their concerns are coming to the table, and you guys are actually actioning them, right? Because it's always very difficult. Oh, I'm just a kid. What are they going to do for me?
Right.
You know, but where you are actually, they're seeing that that is actually physically happening.
Yes.
I think it's very rewarding.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been some incidences lately that I've been actually having conversations with students, not just parents. So it's been nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now, what advice do you have to parents who want to get involved?
Oh, I was going to say get involved.
Just do it. Just do it.
Don't be afraid. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid. There's nothing to fear. We all, as you and I both know, don't have time on our hands. Everyone can say that we're busy,
Yes.
but just taking a little bit of time, whatever it is that you can provide, will make a difference. I really, truly believe that. And I hope that more people would
that
get
could,
involved.
And that could be just even attending a PAC meeting at your school.
Absolutely.
Something as small as that, you know, 1 or 2 hours a month. They meet monthly, I believe,
meet
right?
monthly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just being there and listening even, you know, and then I think it can be intimidating. I mean, you're talking about
is.
all these meetings, all these subcommittees. Like, I'm like, where do I have time to sleep? How are you even managing your own family?
Yeah.
You know, like there is a lot. And I totally remember, like you know, like I said, my children
You're
are
a
grown,
factor.
but like it was a long time ago for me. And I didn't really know how I had the capacity then, but I couldn't imagine now.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would be able to
And I
navigate
think a lot
all.
of parents say that. And COVID really, you know, did impact a lot of people
Yes.
mentally and physically even too. So I can see why there are challenges, but I'm hoping that now people will see the importance of DPAC and their own PACs, because it is so important to be involved. The more you know, the more you can help out, the more you can do something about.
Yeah, exactly.
issue that is there.
exactly. What else should we know about DPAC, and is there anything that you want to share with us about your own self?
You know what? Well, what I would like to say about DPAC is I think a lot of people don't realize PACs, DPACs, and the BCC PAC, we're all volunteers.
Yeah.
No one is getting paid. We have an administrative assistant that gets paid a nominal fee to help out and stuff, but otherwise we are all just volunteers.
Right.
So it is important. I find that I have to share that because I work in a hospital. I have a very hectic schedule, sometimes
Yes.
over 40 hours a week when I'm on call. And it can be challenging to reply to emails as quickly as a parent might need, or if obviously it's going to be something important to them. And as important as it is to me, it doesn't necessarily mean that I can respond right away, whether it be a phone call or a meeting or anything of that sort. I always have to remind the district of that too.
Yes.
When I go in for my meetings with them.
Right.
I'm not paid. This is not my paid job.
Yes.
So I am trying to do my best, and I try to make these
Well, setting
meetings.
expectations.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day,
That's
what
right.
works for you, what works for them, and sometimes that doesn't agree, but you just say, you know, this is what's going on. You're setting your expectations so they know what to expect when they send you an email.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Where can people find out more information about DPAC itself, and if they wanted to get involved? I believe you have your own independent website.
We do, yeah. So DPAC43, if you just Google that, you'll come right up to our website. We post a lot of information on there. All of our emails are on there personally. So mine is president@dpac43.ca. We have a secretary, a treasurer, a communications person. We have a member at large, and then we have a newsletter editor. So
Right.
we have a lot of people, and all of our emails are there. We also have social media. So right now we have Facebook, Instagram, and you can find us there. It's pretty easy to find us if you want to.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly, exactly. Today we're talking to Rosey Manhas, the president of District 43, right here in Coquitlam and the Tri-Cities. And we talked about building community and getting involved. If you're a parent with this school district, I encourage you to get involved in your PAC. It's just a meeting a month, and it will make the world of difference. Thanks so much for watching Tri-Cities Community TV. I'm Cathy Cena.